萩原橋到達中。うわ一発目いきます。危ない危ない。大丈夫。あ。
On January 1st, 2024, a devastating 7.6 magnitude earthquake struck central Japan, primarily affecting Ishikawa prefecture. The quake, which hit at 4:10 p.m. local time, had its epicenter near the town of Shika and caused significant damage across the region. The tremors were felt as far away as Tokyo and Osaka, shaking buildings and alarming residents. The earthquake's immediate impact was severe, with buildings collapsing and fires breaking out in several locations. In Wajima, a historic market district suffered extensive damage, with many structures reduced to rubble and fires igniting amidst the chaos. Emergency services were overwhelmed as they rushed to contain the blazes and rescue trapped individuals. The Japan Meteorological Agency issued a major tsunami warning shortly after the quake, prompting widespread evacuations. Initial waves reached the coastal areas within minutes, measuring up to 1.2 meters in some places, including Suzu and Noto Peninsula. These waves added to the destruction, sweeping away boats and causing further flooding in low-lying areas. In response to the tsunami threat, nearly 100,000 residents in coastal areas were urged to evacuate to higher ground. Shelters were quickly set up in schools and community centers where evacuees received food, water, and medical attention. Helicopters and drones were deployed to assess the damage and assist in the evacuation process. Prime Minister Fumio Kishida emphasized the urgency of rescue efforts, describing the situation as a race against time to save lives. Search and rescue teams, including specialized units from the self-defense forces, worked tirelessly to locate and extract survivors from the debris. The government also mobilized additional resources to support the ongoing relief operations. The tremors were felt widely, with strong shocks reported in Niigata and Toyama prefectures. Many residents were trapped in collapsed buildings, necessitating extensive rescue operations. In some areas, landslides triggered by the quake further complicated the rescue efforts, blocking roads and isolating communities. The transportation network was heavily disrupted. Bullet trains, a vital part of Japan's infrastructure, were halted, and highways were closed due to structural damage and safety concerns. Airports in the affected regions also suspended operations, grounding flights and stranding passengers.
堤防乗り越えた。
Power outages affected more than 30,000 households, complicating rescue and relief efforts. Communication networks also faced disruptions, making coordination challenging. Efforts were underway to restore electricity and telecommunications, but the scale of the damage posed significant challenges. Social media was flooded with images and videos of the destruction, showing store aisles in disarray and streets filled with debris. The digital realm provided a stark view of the earthquake's aftermath, with residents sharing their harrowing experiences and appeals for help. Significant aftershocks were recorded with warnings of potential further seismic activity. The government advised the residents to stay alert and prepared for additional quakes. Emergency drills were conducted in many areas to ensure readiness for potential aftershocks and secondary disasters.
能登町松波エリアです。大変なことになっています。助けに来てください。私の町が大変なことになっています。
In Suzu, the tsunami's impact was particularly devastating, washing away numerous buildings and infrastructure. The coastal town faced the dual challenge of earthquake damage and flooding, with the rescue operations complicated by the difficult terrain and persistent aftershocks. Despite the severity of the quake, no abnormalities were reported at nearby nuclear plants. The Ishikawa nuclear plant had already halted its reactors for inspection prior to the earthquake, which prevented a potential nuclear disaster amidst the chaos. The earthquake has left a long-lasting impact on the region. Infrastructure repair and rebuilding efforts are underway, but the process will be lengthy and complex. Authorities are focusing on restoring essential services and providing support to the affected populations. International support has been pledged, with countries like the United States offering assistance. President Joe Biden expressed solidarity with Japan and readiness to help in recovery efforts. Humanitarian aid and disaster relief teams from various nations have been deployed to assist in the recovery. The earthquake serves as a stark reminder of Japan's vulnerability to natural disasters. The country's preparedness and resilience are continually tested by such events, highlighting the need for ongoing investment in disaster mitigation and response strategies. While Japan is accustomed to experiencing earthquakes, the severity of the tsunami warning on Monday brought back chilling memories of March 2011. During that time, a significant earthquake and the ensuing tsunami led to catastrophic nuclear meltdowns, leaving a deep and traumatic mark on the nation's history.
やばい。
At the moment, the focus remains on ensuring the safety of residents and rebuilding the affected areas. The tragedy underscores the importance of disaster preparedness and response, as well as the resilience of communities in the face of natural calamities.